Now I'd like to introduce Elder Valerie Nicholson again. And Elder Val, you see the impact that you have here at us at Realize, even with the incorporation and real shift in the paradigm with respect to using language that's healing, that's building up, that's calling in around positive action areas. So we thank you for opening us at the summit on day one, and we look forward to grounding us as we close the summit. Over to you, Elder Val.
Thank you so much. I realized when I did the opening, I did not describe the slides, so I'm going to make an attempt to describe the slides. So this slide shows the beautiful Coast Salish Sea. So first of all, I'll introduce myself. I am Mi'kmaq, Haida, Roma, and UK Islander descent. I am a mother and a grandmother. I have white hair and I'm on the fluffy side. I'm living with HIV, diabetes, autoimmune disease, and rheumatoid arthritis. And this beautiful slide of the waters coming up onto the shore, I give thanks to all the ancestral traditional lands and waters across our great land from coast to coast, and to our ancestors that walked these lands before us so that we may learn, and honoring our elders, past, present, and emerging. I invite you to put your feet on the ground and feel the energy from Mother Earth. This picture shows me looking up from the bottom of a tree, looking up to the sky. And words of my grandfather, who was Mi'kmaq, that new knowledge is old knowledge to new people. And I thank all of you for your dedication and passion and all the work you do. I honor your journeys. As teachers, we are learners, and as learners, we are teachers. I thank Donald for checking in with me today to make sure that I am resting. What a beautiful teaching to check in with each other. And Danielle brought that up when we talked about peer work, that we do need to check in with each other. The next slide is a teaching from Elder Fred John, who is now in spirit world. There are 7 words on this slide: green, blue, black, red, white, brown, and yellow. These are our 7 colors. I would like you to think of these colors for a moment and pick a color that speaks to you. It may be one, it may be another one, or it may be a couple. Once you have those color or colors in your mind, if you picked green, if that was your choice, you are connecting to the grasses and to the cedar trees. You need to be in nature. This also represents new growth. If you picked blue, this is your connection with the waters and or the sky, because both are vast and shows to us there is so much more to explore and to see and to do. Whoops, sorry. Black. If you picked black, this represents the comfort of night, showing us that rest is so important to our daily lives. Red represents the sunrise and that there's new beginnings each and every day. White, the stillness of the snow. This is a time of reflection and looking at your inner self. If you picked brown, this represents Mother Earth, a time to let her heal, to heal us, by putting our hands in the dirt. This is a time of planting seeds. They may be seeds that we need to grow for our foods or for our pleasure of flowers or herbs and medicines, but it also can be those seeds of ideas that take us on our journeys. Yellow is for the sun. As the rays, we are reaching out and teaching and sharing our knowledges. This slide is a very snowy picture of a colleague of mine, and we're looking after Mother Earth in this picture. We're picking up garbage. But this is a teaching from my grandfather. If you were to walk 100 miles, how much would you carry? I thought of this, and I was a little one at the time, and I thought of how much would go in my backpack. And he let me visually do it as I had my backpack out and I'm stuffing it. And I thought, if I carry a satchel. And then after I'd finished that, he looked at me again and said, if you were to walk 100 miles, how much would you carry? And he pointed up to my head. He was teaching us about mind health and not to carry what is not ours to carry as it weighs it down, and to leave it and not bring it home. The next picture shows a colleague of mine wrapped in a blanket, sitting in the grasses. There's a pond in front of her. And this was a teaching from my grandmother's. And she taught us that we need to sit in nature for 20 minutes a day, unless we're busy. Then we need to sit in nature for 60 minutes a day, teaching us that our body health is so much more important than our work. This picture was taken by San on Vancouver Island. It's a picture of a giant tree that is growing there. His partner Nilu is holding and touching the tree and looking upwards. This is a Haida teaching that was gifted to me. If you're questioning or need answers, go out and find a young tree. Thank that tree for growing. Thank the waters for giving it nutrients, Mother Earth for holding it, grandfather sun for giving it the nutrients and the sun needs to grow. Some of us give offerings to that tree, whether it be a prayer of thanks. Some put tobacco down, some put a bit of our hair down, but give thanks and ask that tree the question or your intention and really listen. Then go find an old tree and hug it, put your hand on it. Again, thank the tree for growing. Thank Mother Earth, her lifeblood water, the sun. Ask that same question again. Listen and feel the differences. Teaching our connections of spirit to nature to heal and teach and follow our hearts. Our trees were some of the first teachers that we ever had. The next picture is of a plant growing up through a sea of rocks. And I acknowledge all lands on our Mother Earth, and we're all Indigenous from our ancestral lands. Our ancestors walk with us and we carry our teachings. We learn from each other like we did today. And most of all, we learn from what was here before us. We are change warriors to actively making a better world, challenging for positive, healthy action. I raise my hands to you, for you are the change warriors. And to remember, the past is always present. We learn, we grow, we change. The next slide is of two eagles flying in the blue sky. And I'd like to acknowledge our first medicines that we were all gifted. Air. I invite you again to keep your feet on the floor and take a deep breath in. Feel that energy, for air teaches us gratitude. Be grateful for all our yesterdays that we've learned from, and for our todays where we do our work, and to all our tomorrows that we will teach to and change. Another medicine that we were gifted was water. And this picture is from Whitehorse, BC, of the falls that are there, of waterfalls. And water teaches us about relationships, ever moving, ever changing, has movement, takes on many forms, from the oceans with the tides and waves, lakes being calm, rivers and waterfalls that show us change and challenge, rain that is cleansing, snow and frost teaching us to slow down and rest. Dew shows us the start of every new day and renewal, and our own tears that can be salty or sweet and are healing. The next picture is of a campfire when I was with the youth at Youth Co. And fire teaches us new beginnings. Grandfather Sun warms us and grows our plants, trees, and medicines. Fire warms us and shows and teaches us the passion of life. The next picture was taken at Wanuskewin in Saskatchewan. And Earth teaches us responsibilities. This picture shows the hills where the buffalo used to roam. And with responsibilities to oneself, to others, to family, all that is on Mother Earth, from the grandfather rocks, the trees, the plants, which we call our rooted families, the winged ones with the waters, the finned ones, the four-legged, the crawlers, the slitherers, the ones that carry shells. These are all our relations. The next picture was taken by Maple Leaf Adventures of a mama bear with her two cubs in a beautiful river. And for us, courage is represented by the bear. The mother bear has the courage and strength to face her fears and challenges while protecting her young. The bear also shows us to live a balanced life with rest, survival, and play. To face life with courage is to know bravery. Find your inner strength to face the difficulties of life and the courage to be yourself. I heard that so much today. Defend what you believe in. That was a message throughout. And what is right for your community, your family, and self. Make those positive choices and have conviction in your decisions. Face your fears to allow yourself to live your life. The bear can stand tall to remind us of this teaching of courage. Listen to your heart. It takes courage to do what is right. Positive actions, positive, healthy actions. The next slide is of an eagle sitting in a tree. There's a painted rainbow. There are words of thank you in many different languages from all across this great nation where we live. At the top, it also says, all my relations in English. I would like to thank you for this day and the work and voices of wisdom we heard throughout our time together. Thank those that keep the home fires burning so that we can do this work in a good way. And to give yourselves a hug and take time to say to yourself, I love you. In closing, we are the change warriors together. We Ellen, all my relations, safe journeys till we meet again.
Thank you so much, Elder Val. And I had my camera off, but I was hugging and caring for myself as you spoke. And to share a tidbit, the favorite color that I picked on that slide was actually two, red and green. Red because my whole team would tell you that it's my favorite color, and green because the other part of me now, my husband's favorite color is green as well. So thank you for opening us in a good way. Thank you for closing us in a good way. And I also want to say thank you to all of the participants who joined us, of whether for the 4 sessions or for one of the sessions. We truly appreciated the time that you spent and the engagement that we had with you over the summit. I want to thank, and of course, this is the point, the one time for the day that my phone has to ring while we're at the summit. I also want to thank the event organizing team who has put in all of this hard work behind the scenes, led by our national lead on episodic disabilities, Melissa Egan. So contact Melissa E at the email address that she sent. And I also want to thank the accessibility supports and interpreters who make the magic happen, for those who communicate in different languages than I may, or that some of us may, but are just as critical and important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we end for the day, please complete the evaluation survey. The link has been shared several times. You may be the winner of an Indigo $50 gift card. We want to ensure that next year's summit is just as good and even in person. Public health guidelines allowing. So please do complete the evaluation because we learn and grow from those evaluations. So I have come to the end of my moderating duties today. Uh, Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the day on whatever beautiful part of Turtle Island that you may find yourself. And as we keep saying, the conversation continues. Please continue to join us on this journey. We've only just begun. Thank you so much. Have a great day.